Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to PrepFusion. So in this video, we are going to study about partial differential equation, a very simple chapter, very straightforward chapter, and our focus will be towards the problem solving. Almost all the gate QIQs we are going to solve. Almost all the gate QIQs. I have taken all the gate QIQs. Almost all the gate QIQs we will solve. Okay. So major our focus will be towards our major focus will be towards problem solving. For EC electrical, I have already told it is not that important. Only one question have been asked in the instrumentation as well. 2-3 question have been asked. 2 or 3 question maximum. Same goes with the mechanical as well. Only for civil guys it is very important. But being a EC student, electrical student, mechanical student, chemical student, you should not be skipping this particular topic. Why is that so? Because it has been mentioned in your syllabus. And if it is mentioned, then it could be asked in the examination. Whether it is asked for 1 mark or 2 marks, why should we lose the marks, right? But it will be very easy going, it will be very smooth. We are not going to learn any kind of method here. We are only going to learn how to solve a particular problem, and you will be solving all the question on your own. Okay, I will not give a single solution, you will solve everything on your own. Let's get started. Have you studied functions of single variable? What is the meaning of function of single variable? That sir, there will be one independent variable and one dependent variable. I can say y is a function of x. What does that mean? That means sir, if y is a function of x, then sir, x is my independent variable and y is my dependent variable. This is your function of a single variable. If you are having a function of single variable, can you calculate dy by dx? Absolutely, sir. Can I calculate dy by dx? Absolutely. Can I calculate d2y by dx too? Absolutely, sir. All these things I can calculate. Other example I can take, let's just say x is a function of t. X is a function of t. So can I calculate dx by dt? Absolutely, sir. Dx by dt can I calculate? Absolutely. Can I calculate d2x by dt square? Absolutely, sir. These things can be calculated. Here, who is the dependent variable? Who is the independent variable? Sir, x is the dependent variable here and t is the independent variable because x is a function of t. But what is the meaning of function of a multiple variable? So I can say that, let's just say u is my variable who is a function of t comma x. So u is the function of t comma x. That means who are the independent variable? Who are the independent variable? Sir, independent variables are t and x. Why is that so? Why they are independent? Because sir, they can take any value here. They are the u is the function of t comma x. So t and x can take any value, but sir, my dependent variable is u. Dependent variable is u. With respect to the values of t and x, u will take a certain value. Right? So independent variable is t and x, u is the dependent variable. Here, can you calculate du by dt? Can you calculate du by dt? No. Can you calculate du by dx? No. Here, what you can calculate? You can calculate partial differentiation of u with respect to t. Partial differentiation of u with respect to t. All these things we already know, right? Partial differentiation we have already studied. In the differential calculus, we have already studied the partial differentiation. So can you calculate del u by del t? Yes, sir. What is the meaning of del u by del t? The meaning of del u by del t is nothing but, sir, it is du by dt only, but considering x as constant. And can you calculate del u by del x? Absolutely, sir. What is the meaning of del u by del x? It is nothing but du by dx only, but keeping t as constant. So what it is known as? It is known as partial differentiation. If your variable is a function of more than one variable, t, x, y, z, then what you can do? You can calculate the partial differentiation. That means on one plane you will calculate the differentiation keeping other plane as the constant. Then on the other plane you will calculate the differentiation keeping the previous plane constant. All these concepts we have already seen when we studied about differential calculus. More example we can take. Let's just say there is a variable w which is a function of x comma y comma z. So who is the independent variable? Who is the dependent variable? Sir, independent variables are nothing but x comma y comma z. And who are the dependent variable? Sir, w is depending on x comma y comma z. Can you calculate partial differentiation of u with respect to x? Absolutely, sir. Can you calculate partial differentiation of u with respect to y? Certainly, sir. Can you calculate partial differentiation of sorry, not u, it is w. So can you calculate partial differentiation of w with respect to x? Yes. Partial differentiation of w with respect to y? Yes. Partial differentiation of w with respect to z? Yes. Can you calculate partial differentiation of w with respect to x and y? Absolutely. What is the meaning of this? That sir, first you calculate partial differentiation of w with respect to y, and then sir, you calculate partial differentiation of w with respect to x. Can you calculate partial differentiation of w with respect to z square? What is the meaning of this? That means, sir, you need to calculate a partial differentiation of W 2 times with respect to Z. First you calculate one time, then again you calculate the same. Is that understandable to you or not? Just we need a bit more space. So here I will do. What you need to do is that first you calculate the partial differentiation of W with respect to Z. Then after getting the answer, again you calculate the partial differentiation with respect to Z. Understandable? Okay then. Now what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to solve the question. Very straightforward question. You try doing it on your own, you will be able to solve it. There is no doubt in these kind of questions. Function of x comma y is given. This differential equation you need to satisfy. Then which value of neta and zeta? What is the meaning of neta? This is your neta. This is known as neta. Okay, spelling I don't know. If it is NETA or NITA, I don't know. And this is known as zeta. This is zeta. So for what values of neta and zeta, you will be able to satisfy this differential equation. This is what we are asking. So function of x comma y, that is nothing but e to the power zeta x plus neta y. So it can be written as e to the power zeta x dot e to the power neta y, right? E to the power a plus b could be written as e to the power a dot e to the power b. You need to calculate the partial differentiation of f with respect to x 2 times. So can you calculate it? Partial differentiation of f with respect to x. What answer you will be getting? Sir, keeping this as constant, e to the power neta y as it is, because it is a function of y. Then you calculate the differentiation of e to the power zeta x. So e to the power zeta x and zeta will come outside here. Again you need to differentiate. 2 times differentiation we have to do. So sir, this will be treated as constant. This will be treated as constant. And then you differentiate this. And zeta will come outside. This will become zeta square. So what it is coming out to be? Sir, it is coming out to be zeta square f of x comma y. Isn't it zeta square f of x comma y? Say yes or no. This is nothing but f of x comma y only. This is nothing but f of x comma y only. So it is coming out to be zeta square f of x comma y. Similarly, can you calculate this thing? Yes sir, here e to the power zeta x will be treated as constant. So first neta will come out, then again neta will come out. Partial differentiation of e to the power neta y you need to do. So neta will come out, then again neta will come out. So neta square will come out. So it will come out to be equals to neta square f of x comma y. Say yes or no. So sir, this thing we have calculated, this thing we have calculated. Simply put in the equation. So it will come out to be a into zeta square f of x comma y plus b into neta square f of x comma y equals to f of x comma y. Right? So f of x comma y, f of x comma y, f of x comma y can get cancelled out. What you are getting? A into zeta square plus b into neta square equals to 1. This is what you are getting. Right? F of x comma y, f of x comma y, f of x comma y get cancelled out. A into zeta square plus b into neta square equals to 1. This is what you are getting. Now you need to put the value of zeta and neta to satisfy these equations. So which of the following options will satisfy? This is what they are asking. So option A into zeta square. What is the value of zeta square? That will be 1 by 2a plus b into 1 by 2b. What answer you are getting? 1 by 2 plus 1 by 2 will be 1. That means yes sir, first option is being satisfied. Second, what we need to do? Zeta square will become 1 by a. Neta is given as 0. So 1 by a, this will be 1 only. So yes, this is also satisfied. Option C sir, a into both values 0 I need to put. So that is coming out to be 0 only, which is not equals to 1. Because it has to be equals to 1 only, no? That means it will not be satisfying. Option D, what they are saying? A into zeta square will be 1 by a plus b into neta square will be 1 by v. So 1 plus 1 will be 2, which is not equals to a. 1 plus 1 will be 2, which is not equals to 1. That means this option is also gone. A, B is the correct answer. So very straightforward question, no? Very, very straightforward question, right? Now this question came in my attempt only in GATE 2022. I wrote down GATE 2022. I got a 27 rank in that. So at that time, I did not know how to solve differential equations. Like I knew what is the meaning of a partial differential equation. What I mean to say is that how we solve this question? We simply calculated the partial differentiation and got the answer. But actually there is a certain method of solving these kind of questions. If you see the solutions of PYQs, no, there you will not see this kind of solution. There you will see there is a certain method. But those methods I am not going to teach you, because there are n number of methods. Like this pattern will be there, this method would be there, this pattern would be there, this method would be there, this pattern would be there, this method would be there. So how will you remember all these things? And it is not even required to remember those methods. That I will prove in this lecture only. How I will prove? Because we will solve all the questions without learning any method. That means learning the method is not required for your GATE examination. They only expect that do you know how to calculate a partial differentiation? Can you calculate the partial differentiation of f with respect to x 2 times? Yes, you can calculate, then match with the option. But actually there is a certain way, no? Like we studied a lot of way when we studied about an ordinary differential equation. d2y by dx2 plus dy by dx plus y equals to q of x. So there we calculated cf pi. There were certain ways, right? So similarly here also there are certain ways. But I never knew what kind of ways are there. I only knew this process and I got this question correct, which was an easy question. But the guy who got AIR 3, no. The guy who got AIR 3 in this paper, he got it wrong. He got this question wrong because he went with the method. He got this question wrong in the examination because he went with the method that there is a certain method of solving these kind of questions. So he went with that particular method and he got it wrong. So like he is a brilliant guy, AIR3 who got, he is my friend only, although he is much senior to me, but he was my friend only. So he told me that he got it wrong. So the point that I want to tell, I'm not telling anything wrong about him. He's a brilliant guy. He got third rank, right? So the point is that there will be a lot of methods, right, in differential equation. If we focus too much on the methods, no, then we will not be able to solve the question in the examination. I can teach you 7 to 10 methods, but you will not be able to solve the question in the examination. In this lecture only you will see that, sir, we are able to solve almost all the question without any prior knowledge. Yes, some concepts will be there. That concept I will tell you. Some concepts will be surely there. Those concepts I will tell you. But when it comes to solving the differential equation, no, right? How to solve this differential equation, we will go by the options only. And I will tell you all the gate IQs I will take and you will be able to solve every single question. Okay. So yeah, let's get started and let's go to the next question. This question can you solve? They are asking you v of x comma y. Now there is also a certain method of solving these kind of problems. But are we going with the method? Absolutely not. What we will do? Sir, v of x comma y, I am supposed to find out. V of x comma y will be one of these answers. Right? It will be one of these answers. What I will do now? Go with the options. Check with the options. That means here what you calculate? Partial differentiation of v with respect to x you calculate. What answer you will be getting? Sir, p as it is 3x square it will become. So it will become, sir, px square plus, sir, this is a function of y. So differentiation will be 0 because it is constant, right? It will be treated as constant. Now, sir, here 2y will be treated as constant. Differentiation of x will be 1. Differentiation of 6 will be 0. So, sir, I will be getting px square plus 0 plus 2y. Px square plus 0 plus 2y. No, option wrong. Next, partial differentiation of v with respect to x. You don't even need to check this y as well. Only with respect to x we can check. So, sir, when I calculate this, this will become px square. Sir, y cube by 3, that will become 0. So, differentiation of 5 will also be 0. So, px square not matching, wrong. Partial differentiation of v with respect to x. Sir, what I will be getting? Px square. This will become 0. Now, sir, here y will be treated as constant. So, differentiation of x square will be 2x, y will be treated as constant. Sir, here y square will be treated as constant, differentiation of x will be 1. And here, sir, y will be treated as constant, differentiation of x will be 1. So, px square plus y square plus 2xy, but sir, this extra y is coming. That means this option is also not matching, wrong. This should be equivalent to this, no? They are not equivalent. Now, so last option, del v by del x. Partial differentiation, here I will be getting px square, then 0. Here, sir, y will come common, differentiation of x square will be 2xy. Then, sir, y square will come common, differentiation of x will be y square. So, px square plus 2xy plus y square, yes, it is matching. Option B is correct. That's it. Can you calculate partial differentiation of v with respect to y as well? Last option only for option D I am telling. Only for option D. So, what you will be getting, sir, 3y square. So, I will be getting q y square plus, sir, this time x square will be constant and differentiation of y will be 1. Now, sir, x will be constant, differentiation of y square will be 2x. So, sorry, differentiation of y square will be 2y. So, here I will be getting 2xy. So, qy square plus x square plus 2xy, yes, it is matching as well. That means option D is correct. That's it. So, do you need to learn any method or anything like that? No method, nothing. Simply go by the options, you will be able to solve it. Next question, solve it. Order and degree you need to tell. What is the meaning of order? First of all, you let me know phi is a function of what? Sir, phi is a function of x and y. You can directly see here. Sir, phi is partially differentiated with respect to x. Phi is partially differentiated with respect to y. So phi is a function of x comma y. Now, sir, maximum time phi is differentiated 3 times. Phi is maximum differentiated 3 times. Phi is maximum differentiated 3 times. Now, sir, it is differentiated with respect to x or y, that I don't care. I don't care this. I don't care. I don't care. Don't care. I will simply write down whether it is differentiated with x or y. I don't care. I will put here that I don't care whether it is differentiated with x or y. I only care about one thing, that it is differentiated 3 times. Phi is differentiated 3 times. That means what will be the order? Order will be 3. Order will be 3. Maximum phi is differentiated 3 times. Order will be 3. Now, if this is the term of order, then what is its maximum power? That is 1. So, what will be the degree? So, there is same method. Whatever the method that we studied, no, there is same method here. So, m minus n, that will be 2. Whatever the method that we have studied, there is same method here. In ordinary differential equation, whatever the method was studied, there is same method. That phi is maximum differentiated 3 times. Order is 3. What is the power here? Power is 1. Job done. What about this question? Sir, u is my dependent variable, which is a function of x and t. U is a function of x and t. Let me know the order. Sir, u is differentiated maximum 2 times. U is differentiated, sir, maximum 2 times. So, sir, what is the order? Order is 2. Order is 2. Sir, what about linearity? Sir, I remember in my ordinary differential equation, sir, the scenario was if y was a function of x. If y was a function of x, so sir, y dot dy by dx, it will create a problem in the linearity. This will be a problem in the linearity. It will become non-linear. So, sir, similarly here, who is my dependent variable? U is my dependent variable. So, u multiply with the partial differentiation of u, whether it is with respect to x, or u multiply with partial differentiation of u, whether it is with respect to t. Both will create the problem. No, both will introduce the non-linearity. So, u du by dx, u del u by del x, that is a problem for me. That means it is a non-linear equation of order 2. Order is 2. So, non-linear equation of order 2. Job done. So, just remember who creates the problem. That would be the answer. Who creates the problem? Sir, u del u creates the problem. That means it is non-linear. Solve this question. Is it linear or not? Sir, non-linear, no. F multiply with the partial differentiation of f. Okay, it is not even partial differentiation. It is your simple question actually. It is not even partial differentiation. No. F is only a function of neta. It is some simple differential equation, right? So it is third order non-linear differential equation. F multiply with the differentiation of f, that is creating a problem. That's why it is non-linear and it is third order. What about this one? What is the order and degree? Phi is maximum differentiated 2 times with respect to x as well, with respect to y as well. That is not a matter of concern. Matter of concern is these guys. Here you will see only numerator you will see that sir, phi is maximum differentiated 2 times. That means order will be 2. Order will be 2. And what about the degree? So degree maximum power is 1 here. Or you can see here, what is the maximum power? Maximum power is 1 here. So what will be the degree? So degree order to degree 1. Order to degree 1. That's it. Okay. Order to degree 1. Understandable? Next question. What about this? Which of the following equation belongs to second order linear? I don't care. You need to tell what is the order, linearity and homogeneous or not. That you need to tell. In our single variable, do you remember what was homogeneous function? Like sir, here all the terms of y will come. All the y terms would come. Y and its derivative. Y and its derivative equals to q of x. Y and its derivative equals to q of x. If q of x is 0, then it was homogeneous. And if your q of x was non-zero, then it was non-homogeneous. Then it was non-homogeneous. Right? See the first equation, equation A. Do we have the page? No, I will have to add a page. See the equation A. See the equation A. What is the scenario here? Sir, u is a function of, in all the option, no, only in the first option. Only in the first option, u is a function of x, y and t. You can see it, right? U is a function of x, comma y, comma t. So who is the dependent guy? U is the dependent guy. He is the dependent guy. He is the dependent guy. What does that mean? That means, sir, if I need to make a homogeneous function, no? If I need to make a homogeneous function, then what will happen? Here I will keep u and all its derivatives. All its derivatives. And here I will keep a function of x, comma y, comma t. How I can tell that, sir, u is a function of x, comma y, comma t? Because u is differentiated with respect to t, with respect to x, with respect to y. So same scenario I am keeping. If, sir, this comes out to be 0, then I will say homogeneous, otherwise I will say non-homogeneous. So can I make equation A like that? Yes, sir. In equation A, what I can do? Del square u by del t square. Then, sir, things come this side. Every term related with u will come this side. So minus c square del square u by del x square minus c square del square u by del y square minus c square del square u by del y square equals to xy, equals to xy, which is a function of, this is a function of x, comma y, comma t, which is non-zero. What does that mean? It is non-homogeneous. Non-homogeneous. First thing, right? Non-homogeneous. What about linearity? Is there any problem in the linearity? Sir, u is coming alone, no function of u. U is coming alone, no function of u. It is constant. C square is constant. U coming alone, no function of u. C square is constant. Xy's are here. There could be anything. With respect to xy, you can do anything. I don't have any problem. There is no problem with the linearity. It is linear only. Next, what they are asking, order. What is the order? Order is second. Why order is second? Because, sir, u is maximum differentiated 2 times. So order is second. Order is second. So what do they need? Second order linear homogeneous they need ROC, right? Because it is non-homogeneous. Option B. U is a function of, sir, here I can say that u is a function of x, comma y, comma z. Directly, sir, if I see the equation, no? Directly if I see the equation, del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square plus del square u by del z square equals to 0. I can directly see here that, sir, function of x, comma y, comma z is coming out to be 0. What does that mean, sir? It is homogeneous. Is there any problem with the linearity? Absolutely not, sir. U is not multiplied with the function of u. U is not multiplied with the function of u. U is not multiplied with the function of u. That means there is absolutely no problem with the linearity as well. What is the order? Sir, u is maximum differentiated 2 times. That means order is second. Second order. So no problem with this option. Option B correct. Third, C. Sir, u is a function of x and t. Del u by del t, del u by del x. That means u is a function of x and t. Say yes or no. So what I need to do? Everything aside. Del u by del t minus c del u by del x equals to 0. Let me know. Is there any problem with the homogeneity? No, sir. Function of x, comma y, function of x, comma t is equals to 0 only. You can directly see here function of x, comma t is 0 only. What does that mean? That means, sir, it is homogeneous. It is surely homogeneous. What about linearity, sir? No issue. U is not multiplied with the function of u. U is not multiplied with the function of u. No problem with the linearity as well. What about the order? Order is first order. It is your first order differential equation. That means it is also wrong. Second one, is there any, just simply let me know, is it homogeneous or not? D. U is a function of what? U is a function of again x and t. U is a function of again x and t. So, sir, for checking the homogeneity, what I will do? अरे भाई ये क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं? U is a function of x and t. So, everything I will keep aside. All the terms of u I will keep aside. So, del square u by del t square, del square u by del t square whole square minus c square del square u by del x square. C square del square u by del x square equals to 0. This is the scenario, right? Q of x, comma y is coming out to be 0, homogeneous. Right? Homogeneous. Order second. Order second. Linearity? No. Non-linear, no. It is non-linear. Why it is non-linear? Because sir, function of u multiply with the function of u. Square is there, no? So it is non-linear. What does that mean? This is also wrong. So yes, it was a MSQ, but only one was correct. And it happens in gate examination, it has happened a lot of times that a question will be MSQ, but only one option would be correct. So here your conceptual clarity has to be very good. And there is nothing new here. Everything we have already studied in our function of single variable, or you can say ordinary differential equation. There we have studied everything. So this question should be solved by you. Understandable? Say yes or no. Okay, let's go to the next one. This question you are supposed to solve. Go with the options. U is a function of x comma y. This equation needs to be satisfied. But option smartly I will check. Look, if I partially differentiate this with respect to x or with respect to y, everything would be positive only, no? Like option A, if I take partial differentiation of u with respect to x, because here I am supposed to do the partial differentiation, here also I am supposed to do the partial differentiation, and partial differentiation of u with respect to y also I am supposed to do. So if I take this option, then what I will get, sir? F dash x plus cy. This is what I will get, and then I need to differentiate this x plus cy. So differentiation of cy would be 0, differentiation of x will be 1, because y will be treated as constant here. And here what I will get, sir? F dash x plus cy. Now differentiation of x will be 0, differentiation of cy will be c. Both are positive, no? And you will add them. So positive plus something positive can never give you 0. That means, sir, whenever there is a plus sign, no, they can never be my answer. Just by looking at the option, I will be able to understand that, sir, I will not even think of these guys. I will think of only these two guys. Why I will think of only these two guys? Because I know that, sir, something plus can never give me equals to 0. But if I think of option B, what I can do? Partial differentiation of u with respect to y. What you will be getting with respect to y if you do? So f dash x minus cy multiply with minus c. Right? And partial differentiation of u with respect to x, what it will give me? F dash x plus cy. Now if you differentiate this guy inside, then you will get 1 only. Now if you check the option, so del u by del y, that will be f dash, sorry, x minus cy, sorry guys, it is x minus cy only, no? F dash x minus cy, then you need to differentiate this guy, that will be 1 only. So f dash x minus cy, that is your del u by del y multiply with minus c. So del u by del y is minus c multiply with f dash x minus cy plus c del u by del x. What is del u by del x? That is f dash x minus cy. What answer you are getting? Sir, 0 only. That means option B correct. That's it. Simply partially differentiate, calculate the partial differentiation. Sir, I will not do partial differentiation of all the options. I will be bit smart. I know that, sir, plus will be creating a problem for me because they can never come out to be 0. So what I need to do? Sir, for that I need the negative sign. So here I am getting the negative sign. Along with that, sir, I know that if I partially differentiate with respect to y, then minus c I will be getting. Here minus c I will be getting, already plus c is there. So yes, sir, this is the probable option. So I will check option B only and I will get the answer. Okay. So all the options you will not check. Just be a little smart and you will be able to reduce your time there. See this question. It might feel like that, sir, how will I be able to differentiate all those things? But see, equation is very easy. Del u by del t equals to, what they are saying? Del u by del t equals to alpha into del square u by del x square. It is known as heat equation. This is your heat equation. This we will study. Later on we will study in this lecture only. This is known as heat equation. This is your heat equation. Okay. So this we need to satisfy. What we will do? So del u by del t, if I calculate in all the options, what will happen? So these are the function of x. 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 They will be kept aside. I will be differentiating these guys. And if I differentiate these guys, then, sir, I know that, sir, k will come out. 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 This cosinusoid will become minus sinusoid. Sinusoid will become cosinusoid. E to the power kt will remain as it is. Then, sir, I will have to partially differentiate these guys 2 times. These guys 2 times. So, sir, here what will happen? If I partially differentiate 1 time, then what will happen? Under root k will come out. And from here as well, under root k will come out. They are exponential, no? Exponential and exponential. Forget about these guys. Forget about sinusoid, cosinusoid. So, sir, here under root k will come out. From here as well, sir, minus under root k come out. So, I can take under root k outside. Then, sir, again I will differentiate. Again I will differentiate. 2 times I need to differentiate. Then, sir, again under root k will come out. So sir, k by a will come out. K by a will come out. And previously sir, k square was coming out. So sir, k by a, it is actually alpha. So k by alpha, multiply with alpha, it will become k only. And sir, previously k square was coming out. That means I can think that sir, something from this option I can get. So first of all, I will go with option B only. To be very honest, I have just simply took the screenshot and put the question here. I don't know whether B is correct, A is correct, but most probably it feels like that option B could be correct for me. Okay, so what I will do, del u by del t, although in the examination in my mind only I will calculate it. I will not write down it because I know that sir, it is C into k will come outside, e to the power kt, multiply with whatever that is there in the bracket, that will remain as it is. Now what is your del u, del square u by del x square? Sir, that will be nothing but what will happen when you differentiate first time. So basically this will remain as it is, c e to the power kt will remain as it is. When you differentiate for the first time, then what will happen, this guy will come out and this guy will also come out. So outside what will come out, sir, outside under root k will come out. And then sir, inside what will happen is that this negative sign would be present here. In place of positive sign, there will be a negative sign, right? Then what will happen, again under root k will come out. So what will happen is that you can think simply sir, k by alpha, it is not k. So k by alpha will come out, and sir, inside the bracket, whatever that happens, that will remain as it is. Is that understandable to you? Partial differentiation you need to do. Under root k by alpha, under root k by alpha with the negative sign. Then again one more time you will differentiate. That means one more negative sign will come. So negative will become positive, no? So k by alpha can come out, and whatever that is inside the bracket, that will remain as it is. Now if you see clearly, you can see that so del u by del t is coming out to be, if you multiply this function with alpha, then alpha and alpha will get cancelled out, del square u by del x square. Isn't it correct? Yes sir, absolutely, option B only is correct. So smartly you will have to think in the examination that which option you should go for. Okay, here what would have happened is that minus sinusoid would have come, like here minus sign would come. No, what is the differentiation of cos? That will be minus sign, so that would create a problem. Here what would have happened, that sir, sinusoid would have become cosinusoid, would have become sinusoid, this would have become cosinusoid, then again negative sign problem would have come. So for me, first of all, the easiest option felt like this option, that here I can easily calculate the partial differentiation with respect to t, partial differentiation with respect to x. Two times it will be differentiated, so k by alpha will come out, then simply multiply with alpha, job done, option B correct. Understandable? Next question. Sir, partial differentiation equation can be framed using z equals to ax plus by equals to ab. So this is given, z equals to ax plus by plus ab. You need to frame the partial differential equation. P is del z by del x, q is del z by del y. So you know that sir, in the option pq is coming. What does that mean? That means I need to calculate del z by del x. So what is your del z by del x? Sir, this will be constant, this will be constant, it will come out to be a only. So del z by del x actually is given as p. And when you partially differentiate this particular function, what you are getting? So partial differentiation of ax with respect to x, that would be a. So they are constant 0, 0. Now partial differentiation of z with respect to y, that is given as q. So with respect to y, sir, this will be 0, this will be 0. So what answer you will be getting? B. So you can see that sir, p is coming out to be equals to a and q is coming out to be equals to b. So what is your z? Sir, in place of a you put, in place of a, what you do? In place of a you put p, in place of b you put q, in place of a you put p and pq. So px plus qy plus pq, px plus qy plus pq, z equals to px plus qy plus pq. That's it. Very straightforward, within two lines. Otherwise there is a method, but method we will not go with. Okay, we will not go with the method, we will simply go with the options. Partial differential equation question is coming, that means you need to go with the option. Okay, so partial differentiation of z with respect to x, answer is a. Partial differentiation of z with respect to y, answer is b. A into b will be p into q here, and here you need to put px plus qy plus pq. That's it. This is the answer that you are getting. Next, which of the following option will satisfy? If someone is very smart, no, let me frame option D as well. I am framing option D. that would be ln x plus y plus x square plus y square plus cos of x square plus y square. This is your option D. If you look it closely, what they are saying, that's a del square u, although this option D was not mentioned in the examination hall, it was very easy. I just wanted to make it tough, nothing else. Okay, so what they have said, del square u equals to del square u by del y square. That means, sir, you partially differentiate u with respect to x 2 times and you partially differentiate u with respect to y 2 times, then both should give you the same result. What does that represent? I am giving a function of u equals to x square plus y square. You partially differentiate u with respect to x 2 times, or you differentiate it one time only. What you are getting? Sir, I am getting 2x. Then you partially differentiate u with respect to y one time, you are getting 2y. Then you partially differentiate u with respect to x 2 times, what you are getting? 2. Partial differentiation of u with respect to y 2 times, what you are getting? 2. Right? 1 upon x plus y square plus y square. And remove that example. Okay, it will be very difficult. Remove it. It was a very simple option given that was incorrect as well, so I'm not putting that option here. That was sine 2x plus y, something like that. I forgot that option actually. But the thing is that, sir, whatever that is happening with u, the same thing would happen with y as well. Are you able to understand this point? Here, sir, when you calculate, both of these guys came similar, because you know that, sir, whatever that is happening with x, the same thing will happen with y as well. If you don't want to think too much, then simply calculate. Option A. Go with the option A. What I mean to say is that our u was x square plus y square. No. So in place of x, if you put y, and in place of y, if you put x, it should not change. So in this option, if I put in place of x, if I put y, and in place of y, if I put x, is it changing? No, you will get the same function. In this option, if I put in place of x, if I put y, and in place of y, if I put x, is it changing? Absolutely, because it will become y minus 2x whole cube. That is different. Wrong. Here, cos of x plus y or cos of y plus x, both will be same. These will be the answer. A and C will be the answer. You can check as well. How will you check? Sir, partial differentiation of u with respect to x I need to do. So del u by del x. What will be del u by del x? So that will be 5x plus y to the power 4. What will be del square u by del x square? So sir, 20x plus y to the power 3. Partial differentiation with respect to x, y will be treated as constant. So this is the answer you are getting. Similarly, del square u by del x square, sorry, del y square will also come out to be same only. Right? Here it will be different. You check option C. Cos of x plus y. So first time you differentiate, you will get minus sinusoid, then you will get a cosinusoid. So it will become minus cos of x plus y. So this you can check on your own. Let's check option B. So in option B, what will happen? Del u by del x, if I am calculating. So first what I will get? 3 of x minus 2y square. Then del square u by del x square. What you are getting? 6 of x minus 2y. Okay. Now del u by del y. What you will be getting? 3 of x minus 2y square, and then minus 2 will be coming here. So you will be getting minus 6 here. You will be getting minus 6 here. Then del square u by del y square. What will happen is that this 2 will come outside. So you will get minus 12. Then another minus 2 will come outside. So it will become 24x minus 2y. Okay. So this is the answer that you will be getting. Understandable? So both are not same. Surely both are not same. That means option B is incorrect. So partial differentiation you can calculate. Del square u by del x square 6 into x minus 2y. Del square u by del y square 24 into x minus 2y. Both are not same. Option B incorrect. Option A and C is correct. Option D would be there. That also you can check. Let's go to the next question. This question. What they are saying? You pick up u partially differentiated 2 times and it should be equal to 2. Where fy is a function of y, gx is a function of x. So let's go with the option A. Partial differentiation of u with respect to x. Partial differentiation of u with respect to x I will do, then what I will be getting? So 2x plus, sir, it is a function of y. Function of y, you are differentiating with respect to x. That means y will be treated as constant. So this will be constant only. This will be 0. Plus this is a function of x, no? So this will become g dash x. Now again you will differentiate del square u by del x square. So sir, this will become 2, but this will become g double dash x. Are they same? No. Option A incorrect. Similarly, you can think now which option would be correct. You can think, right? So you are pretty sure that sir g double dash x will come here as well. This will also be wrong. You are pretty sure that sir this g double dash x will come here as well. This will also be wrong. Only B option is left. So you can check, sir, B only will be correct. Why is that so? Because sir gx is present. No, gx is present. Gx is present. If I partially differentiate it 2 times, then g double dash x will keep on coming. So only this option is left. X f of y plus h of y. So partial differentiation of u with respect to x will be equals to 2x plus here f of y will be treated as constant. Partial differentiation of x will be 1. So and this will be treated as constant only. So this will be 0. And next time when you differentiate, what will happen? Next time when I differentiate, sir, partial differentiation of 2x will be 2. And what will be the differentiation of a function of y? That will be 0 only. That means yes, you are getting the answer to be 2 only. Option B correct. Okay, so option B is correct. The point is that people might be saying that, sir, all these are having certain methods. Why you are not teaching the method? Look, in your life, you are never going to use partial differential equation. If you become a VLSI engineer, you become a software developer, you become a mechanical engineer, rarely you are going to use partial differential equation. Okay, civil engineer might be using it, I don't know. So it is not relevant for your future as well. Along with that, for the examination, we are already solving the problems. Look, I always make sure one thing that only relevant to examination I will not teach. Like in EC, in analog electronics, there is a topic called feedback topology. Okay, this topic is there, feedback topology. So from this particular topic, hardly there has been feedback topology. I'm not talking about feedback topology. So hardly there has been 3 to 4 questions in GATE examination history till this point. But still, we studied this topic for roughly around 7 to 8 hours. Like in very in-depth we study. Why is that so? Because it is very much relevant for your future. Once you become an analog VLSI engineer, your life will be only about feedback topologies only. Always you will take the name of feedback topology when you become an analog VLSI engineer. So when I teach this topic, it is there in my mind that in future it will be used. But when I am teaching differential equation, I know in future it will not be used. In your examination as well, it will be coming straightforward only. Then better go with the problem solving approach than the concept. Wherever concept is necessary, I know that being an engineer, what would be required, being in an interview, what will be required, in an industry interview, what will be required, in the MTech MS interview, what will be required. Everything I know. Based on that only I am teaching. In the industry you go and or in the MTech MS interview you go and let me know if anyone would ask you that how the solution of this differential equation will be calculated. They will never ask it. They will ask questions from linear algebra. This we have studied, that we have studied in very much in depth. Every single reasoning we have studied. They may ask question from probability, random variable. Every single reasoning is there. They can ask question from calculus. Every single reasoning has been given. In complex integration, sir, why the residue theorem came into action? Sir, why we add the residues? Did I give you the reasoning? No, not required. In differential equations, sir, there are a lot of methods. Sir, why those methods came into action? Did I give you the reasoning? Not required. Vector calculus, sir, being a EC electrical engineer or even in your engineering, vector calculus is very important. You study it in your first semester as well, as far as I remember, right? In first semester and second semester, we study vector calculus. That is very important. That's why every single reasoning we give it there, right? So when I'm giving the reasoning, when I'm not giving the reasoning, there is a reason behind that. This is what I'm saying. Okay. So yes, there is a reason behind that you can solve the question very easily with the options. So then why to go with the methods? It will needlessly create problem. It will needlessly create pressure on your brain, which is not required for your examination, right? Let's go to this question. In all the options, I know one thing. What do I know? That sir, I will have to calculate partial differentiation of z with respect to t and with respect to y 2 times. So what I will do? First, I will calculate partial differentiation of z with respect to t. So what I will be doing, sir, for what you need to do, you need to differentiate with respect to t, keeping y as constant. So differentiation of sinusoid will be cosinusoid, and then differentiation of y plus iota t will be iota only. because y is constant, differentiation will be 0, iota t will give the differentiation of iota. Differentiation of cosinusoid will become minus sinusoid. Minus sinusoid. Differentiation of minus iota will give you minus iota. So here this sign will become plus iota. This sign will become plus iota. Now let's calculate partial differentiation of z with respect to y. So sir, it will come as it is cos y plus iota t and then minus sin y minus iota t. Okay. Next, what we need to do? 2 times we need to differentiate, no? So del square z by del t square. So now this function will be differentiated with respect to t, right? So what will happen? Cosinusoid differentiation will be sinusoid, right? And then iota will come out. Iota will come out. So iota square will become, so iota into iota will become iota square. That will become minus 1. So this sign will become positive. Did you understand what I did here? Sir, cos y plus iota t multiply with iota. So differentiation of cos will be this, and differentiation of iota t will be iota only. Already there is one more iota. So iota will become iota square. That will be minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 1. So this will become sin y plus iota t. So this will become plus sin y plus iota t, right? And then here what will happen is that, sir, this will become cos y minus iota t, and then sir another minus iota will come out. Another minus iota will come out. So iota square will become minus 1. So this sign will become positive, right? This is iota only. Sin cos y minus iota, another minus iota will come out. So iota multiply with iota will become iota square. Iota square is minus 1. So minus 1 into minus 1 will become plus 1. This is the answer that we are getting. And then, sir, partial differentiation of z with respect to y. What answer you will get? The differentiation of cosinusoid will be minus sinusoid. And then, sir, differentiation of sinusoid will be plus cosinusoid. Plus cosinusoid only. So these are the partial differentiation we are getting. And now you can see that, sir, if we add both of them, let's call this is as equation 1 and this as equation 2. So if I do 1 plus 2, what I am getting? Del square z by del t square. And if I add both of them, this and this will get cancelled out, this and this will get cancelled out. That means del square z by del t square plus del square z by del y square is coming out to be equals to 0. Option A is correct. There you go. Okay. Understandable. So all the values we have calculated, whatever they are asking, you can calculate that. Understandable. Let's go to the next concept. This is the next concept. Actually, it is a question, but it is a concept actually. What they are asking, how many initial conditions are required, total number of initial conditions are required, and total number of boundary conditions are required. To solve these partial differential equation, to solve this equation, to solve this equation, to solve this equation, to solve this equation, how many initial condition and boundary conditions are required? What is the meaning of initial condition? Sir, the meaning of initial condition means it is related with time. Like you would say, sir, initially I was having, initially I was getting 10 marks in the mock test. Initially I was getting 10 marks in the mock test. That means during the time of October, you were getting 10 marks. Initially means time. It is related with time. Initially, T, time. Initially it is related with time. So initially switch is off. Initially switch is on. Initially means it is related with time. Boundary means it is related with space. What is the meaning of time? Time means T. What is the meaning of space? Space is x, y, z. So this is related with time. This is related with space. Is that understandable to you? Okay. So now how will you find out how many initial conditions are required? So u here in this equation, what you can see that, sir, u is a function of x and t, x, t, where x is space, okay, and t is time. It will be given in the question that x is space, t is time. It will be given in the question. But if it is not given, then by default you would know that, sir, x, y, z will be space, t will be time. So u is partially differentiated with respect to x 4 times, right? U is partially differentiated with respect to x 4 times, right? So maximum 4 times it has been differentiated, no, with respect to x. That means you would require 4 boundary conditions. So how much boundary condition would you require? 4 boundary condition. And u is maximum, it is differentiated with respect to time t 2 times. So maximum differentiation has been done 2 times. That means 2 initial condition you will require. So 2 initial condition you require. So this is the theory that has been written. What is the general rule? Initial condition will be equal to the highest derivative order with respect to time t. If your u is differentiated with respect to time t 2 times, that means you would require 2 initial condition. And if your u is differentiated with respect to x 3 times, if it is differentiated 3 times, then what you would do? You would require 3 boundary conditions. 3 boundary conditions. What they are saying? Equal to the highest order derivative with respect to each spatial variable x, y, z. Is that understandable to you or not? Go with the option B now. In time t, it has been differentiated only once. In time t, it has been differentiated only once. So that means you would require only one initial condition. In space, it has been differentiated once as well, but it has been differentiated 3 times as well. What is the maximum number? Sir, maximum number is 3. That means boundary condition will be 3 required. This is also correct. This is also correct. What has been written here? Highest derivative order. Highest derivative order. Highest derivative order I need to see. So, sir, in time t, it has been differentiated once. In space, it has been differentiated 3 times. Next. Sir, in time t, it has been differentiated 2 times. That means you would require 2 initial condition. Sir, in space, it has been differentiated maximum 5 times. Sir, in space, it has been maximum differentiated 5 times. That means you would require 5 boundary conditions. But sir, 3 in the x direction and 2 in the y direction. So, sir, 3 in the x direction, 2 in the y direction. Correct. What about this guy, sir? Did you understood? No. Sir, in space, it has been differentiated 1 time as well, but I don't care. I need to see the maximum differentiation. So, sir, in space, it has been differentiated maximum 5 times. But, sir, 3 times in x direction, 2 times in y direction. Sir, what about this question? Sir, there is no time. No time here, right? No mention of time. That means here del u by del t is not even mentioned. Del u by del t is 0 here. That means it is not even differentiated in time. That means you would require 0 initial condition. So, what I would say, it is not even differentiated in time. That means you would require 0 initial condition. So, now what about the space? Sir, in space, maximum it has been differentiated 4 times, maximum 4 times, maximum 4 times, right? So, how many boundary conditions you require? 8, not 4. Why 8? Because you need to see in the direction of x, y, z separately. What has been written? Equal to the highest derivative order with respect to each spatial variable x, y, z. So, what has been written here? Sir, with respect to u, it has been differentiated 4 times. With respect to u, it has been differentiated. Sorry, with respect to x, it has been differentiated 4 times. Like this is your maximum derivative. Someone would say that, sir, it is differentiated 2 times as well. I don't care. With respect to x, maximum it is differentiated 4 times. That means it will require 4 boundary conditions in x direction. In x direction. And sir, with respect to z, sorry, with respect to y, what is the scenario? Sir, u with respect to y has been differentiated 4 times only, maximum 4 times only. So, 4 boundary condition you would require in y direction. Now, let us say if this was the example, let me take another example to make you understand more. Let us say the example was del square u by del t square plus 5 del to the power 4 by del x to the power 4 plus 3 del to the power 3 u del x del y 3 equals to 0. So, how many initial conditions are required, sir? With respect to time, 2 initial conditions are required, right? What about the boundary condition? Sir, with respect to x, how many spatial coordinates are there? Sir, u is a function of time t, x and y. So, sir, x is a different spatial coordinate. That means it will be like your function u, your variable u will be a function of x and y. That means with respect to x you need to calculate, with respect to y you need to calculate. So, in x direction you are maximum differentiating 4 times. That means 4 boundary condition in x direction. And with respect to u, it has been differentiated 3 times. So, 3 boundary conditions in y direction. This would be the answer. So total 7 boundary condition would be required and 2 initial condition would be required. Is that understandable to you? Okay. Let's just say if the scenario was like this as well, plus del 5u divided by del x cube del y square equals to 0. Will the answer change? No. Sir, with respect to x, maximum it has been differentiated 4 times, not 3 times. So in x, sir, I will require 4 boundary condition. Sir, maximum in y, it has been differentiated 3 times, not 2 times. So 3 boundary condition I would require in y direction. So you will not say, sir, 5 boundary condition would be required. No, 4 plus 3, 7 boundary conditions are required. Is that understandable to you or not? Okay, clear? Right? So you need to see, sir, first of all, I will see with respect to time. So time variable will be t only. So sir, 2 initial condition required. Now sir, space x, y, z. So with respect to x, sir, maximum it is differentiated 4 times, 4 boundary condition. With respect to y, sir, it is differentiated 3 times, 3 boundary condition. Here, 2 boundary condition. Sir, with respect to x, with respect to y, 3 times, 2 times, so total 5. 3 in x, 2 in y. Sir, here 3 boundary condition. Here, sir, 4 boundary condition, 2 initial condition, 1 initial condition. Job done. Only one question has been asked, which I feel is wrong. If this question is coming in your examination hall, what answer you will be putting? Only one question has been asked on this topic, and this also I feel it is wrong only. But still, if it is coming in your examination hall, what answer you will be putting? That sir, here I don't find u, I only find as a function of x and y. Now, did they mention that x is a space, x is space, y is time? Did they mention anything? No. So by default, what you would take, sir, x and y are space coordinate. Like, have you ever represented y equals to 2 seconds? It is very rare. No, t equals to 2 seconds we put. Sir, y equals to 2 meter we have put a lot of time. So what my intuitions would say, that if they are not mentioning, then let's take both of them as space only. If I take both of them as space, then what I would see, sir, here 2 boundary condition would be required in x direction, and then sir, 1 boundary condition would be required in y direction. So what would be your answer? Sir, my answer would come out to be total 3 boundary conditions required. Right? So I would click on this option. It was given wrong, not given correct by gate. What was given correct by gate? This was given by gate. Given by gate. But till this point, I always feel that this should have been the answer. Okay. Even in the PYQ books everywhere, even if you ask Gemini, Claude, they will also give this answer only. Why is that so? Because gate official answer key are out. Right? In the official answer key, they have given this answer. What they have assumed? They have said that y is actually t. Y is time. That's why they said that y is differentiated 1 time. So 1 initial condition and 2 boundary conditions. How you can say y is time? Where it is mentioned that y is time. By default, I will treat it as space, no? So I would say that, sir, 2 boundary condition in x direction, 1 boundary condition in y direction. So total 3 boundary conditions are required. This is what I would have clicked. But this was given by the IITs. I don't know why. They have just taken y as a time. Taken by gate. So only one question has been asked. So I don't think we should argue much. Right? We should be spending too much time. We just know the concept. Next time when they will frame the question, they will make sure that they will put t here. Okay, if they are putting t, that means now it would be correct. With respect to time, 1 time. With respect to space, 2 times. That means 1 initial condition, 2 boundary condition. Then it would have been correct. But actually they have put y, which was a blunder from their end actually. Okay, they wanted to make it a heat equation. They wanted to write down t here, but mistakenly they wrote down y here. Mistaken. It was a mistake from their side. But they later on did not correct it. No one challenged it, and it went on. Okay, only one question has been asked, so let's not argue much. You know the concept that with respect to space, if it is differentiated 2 times, 3 times, maximum differentiation I need to see, that will be the boundary condition. With respect to time, maximum differentiation I need to see, that will be the initial condition. Job done. Okay, so only one question, no, not much argue would be required here. Now one more concept we are going to see, which is type of a partial differential equation. Okay, this is the last concept that we need to see. So let me take a break, then I will come back. But this we have already studied in our basics of calculus, right? This is not partial differential equation. This is your simple equation. A general second order curve have this equation, no? Ax square plus bxy plus cy square plus dx ey, dx plus ey plus f. So let's ignore these guys. I told you, if b square minus 4ac equals to 0, then it will be parabola. If b square minus 4ac is less than 0, then it will be ellipse. And if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, then it will be hyperbola. This is the general second order curve equation, right? Along with that, we saw the condition for circle as well. Circle equation will be x minus a whole square plus y minus b whole square equals to r square. What is the general ellipse equation? X minus a whole square divided with b square plus y minus c whole square divided with d square equals to 1. All these things we have seen. Parabola y square equals to 4ax. Hyperbola x square minus y square equals to a square, or x square y a square minus y square by b square equals to c, or xy equals to c. These were the equations. But the important condition was this condition. This was a very important condition. That you think of ax square, bxy and cy square. There you take this variable b square minus 4ac. You calculate the value. If it is equals to 0, then parabola. If it is less than 0, then ellipse. If it is greater than 0, then hyperbola. The same thing will happen here as well. Let's just say your u is a function of x comma y. U is a function of x comma y. Then what you will do? Where you will look? You will look at partial differentiation of u 2 times. You will look at partial differentiation of u with respect to y 2 times, and then you will look at partial differentiation of u with respect to x and with respect to y, and you will look at their coefficients. This coefficient you will take as a, this coefficient you will take as c, and this coefficient you will take as b. These guys you can interchange. This guy can become a, this guy can become c. That is not a matter of concern. U is a function of x comma y, so the coefficient which is being partially differentiated 2 times, that will be a, partially differentiated 2 times, that will be c, and x and y with the partial differentiation, that will be b. Rest all the terms you will ignore. So from here as well, what you will do is that you will calculate b square minus 4ac. If it comes out to be 0, then parabola. If it comes out to be greater than 0, then hyperbola. If it comes out to be less than 0, then ellipse. That's it. The same concept is there. What you need to focus on? You only need to focus on b square minus 4ac. What is b? Sir, b is partial differentiation of u with respect to x and y. Okay. What is c? Sir, partial differentiation of u with respect to y. What is a? Partial differentiation of u with respect to x 2 times. Okay. So this is what you are supposed to see. Okay. So this has been written here. A del u del square u by del x square plus b del square u by del x del y plus c del square u by del x square plus lower order terms that we don't care equals to 0. Then the scenario would be b square minus 4ac equals to 0, less than 0, greater than 0. What you need to focus on? Differentiation with respect to x 2 times, differentiation with respect to y 2 times, differentiation of x and y. B. Solve the questions. This question, what it would represent? What is the type of partial differential equation? Sir, what is this? This is my b. Sir, partial differential of u with respect to x. What is this? This is my a, and this is my c. So what is the value of a? Sir, value of a is 1. What is the value of b? Value of b is 4. What is the value of c? That is 4. Someone would say that, sir, I will take in this manner, that I will take a as 4, I will take this as a, and sir, I will take this as c, c as 1 and b as 4. A and c are interchangeable. You are partially differentiating with respect to x or partially differentiating with respect to y, doesn't matter. A and c are interchangeable. What you need to calculate? You need to calculate b square minus 4ac. B square will be 4 square minus 4 into a into c. 4 into a into 4 into a into c. What you are getting? 16 minus 16, that is 0. That means it is parabolic. Okay. B square minus 4ac. B square is 16 minus 4 into 1. Answer is 0. Option B. Understandable? Let's remove all these things so that question becomes clear. So partial differentiation of u with respect to x and y, that is b. These guys are a and c. Rest everything I will ignore. Next question. This question. Partial differentiation of u with respect to x. That means this value is a. So a is given as y. What is c? Sir, c is given as 1. Partial differentiation of u with respect to y, that is 1. Sir, what is the value of b? That is 0, no? Partial differentiation of u with respect to x and y. Sir, this term is not even given here. This term is not even present. What does that mean? That means b is 0. If this term is not present, that means b is 0. No, so b is 0. So what is the value of b square minus 4ac? Sir, b square minus 4ac is coming out to be 0 minus 4 into a into c. So sir, it is coming out to be minus 4y. Minus 4y. So check option A. If y is greater than 0, if y is greater than 0, then this value will be negative. If y is greater than 0, then 4y would be positive and minus 4y would be negative. So if y is greater than 0, then b square minus 4ac would be less than 0. What does that mean? That means it will be ellipse. If y equals to 0, if y equals to 0, then what will happen? B square minus 4ac, this is the value of b square minus 4ac. This is the value of b square minus 4ac. So if y equals to 0, then b square minus 4ac will be equals to 0. So what it will be? It will be parabola. Parabola. So equation will be parabola, equation will be elliptical. Option C. If y is less than 0, then what will happen? B square minus 4ac would be greater than 0. If y is less than 0, then this will be negative, negative, negative will become positive. So b square minus 4ac would be greater than 0. So it will become hyperbola. Hyperbola. So it will become hyperbola. So it will be hyperbolic in the lower half of and this will be no use. Understandable? Simple question. Now let's solve the gate PYQs. This question has been asked in gate. This question has been asked in gate. Yeah, that's it. 3 questions are there. So try solving this question and these 2 questions. I will take a break. After a break, I will come back. We will see these 3 questions and then we need to solve this question. After that, we will study some standard equations. Okay. So let me take a break. Hardly 15 minutes of concept are left. Sorry, 15 minutes of content is left. Hardly 15 to 20 minutes of content is left. And then we will be done with the partial differential equation as well. So let me take a break. I will take a break. I will see this question and you solve this question and then I will come back. I will drink some water and then I will come back. Okay. Yeah, welcome back. So did you try this question? So here you can see that sir, f is a function of x and y, right? So what I am supposed to care about? Sir, I am supposed to care about double differentiation of f with respect to x. Then I am supposed to care about double differentiation of f with respect to y. And then sir, I am supposed to care about this will be c actually. And then sir, what will be my b? Sir, b will be double differentiation of f once with respect to x and another time with respect to y. This is what I am supposed to care about. Plus some term would be there equals to 0. So from here you can see that sir, value of a is x, value of c is y, and sir, value of b is 0. So what will be the value of b square minus 4ac? Sir, b square minus 4ac will be nothing but 0 square minus 4 into x into y. So b square minus 4ac is coming out to be nothing but minus 4xy. This is the value that you are getting. Right? B square minus 4ac, this is the value that you are getting. Now if x is greater than 0, option A, if x is greater than 0 and y is greater than 0, then what will happen? So this is greater than 0, this is greater than 0, that means b square minus 4ac would be less than 0. B square minus 4ac would be less than 0. What does that mean? It will be elliptical. Elliptical. So it will be elliptical. Next, if x equals to 0, if I go with the option C, if x equals to 0 and y greater than 0, so y greater than 0, then what will be the value of b square minus 4ac? Sir, if x is 0, then b square minus 4ac will be 0 only. So it will come out to be parabolic. Parabolic. This option is also wrong. This option is also wrong. What about option D? If x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0. So x is negative, y is positive. That means xy will be negative. X is negative, that means let's just say x is minus 2. Y is positive, that means let's just say y is 2. So minus 2 into 2, that will be minus 4. So this value will be negative. Negative into negative will become positive. So b square minus 4ac will become positive only. So what they are saying? Option D. If x is less than 0 and y is greater than 0, then what will happen is that b square minus 4ac will become greater than 0. That means it will be hyperbolic. Then yes, this option is correct. So A and D are correct. Straightforward question. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Here, sir, I can see that, sir, phi is a function of x comma y. So I need to see double differentiation of phi with respect to x. A is 3. Double differentiation of phi with respect to y. C is also 3. Double differentiation of 5, once with respect to x, then with respect to y. So b value is b only. What they want? They want it to be parabolic. Parabolic means b square minus 4ac should be equals to 0. So b square minus 4 into a into c should be equals to 0. So from here, value of b square will be 36. So they are asking what should be the value of b square? That would be 36. Straightforward question, very, very straightforward. There is nothing hidden in these kind of problems. What about this one? Sir, p is a function of x comma y. P is a function of x comma y. So double differentiation with respect to x, value of a is 1. Double differentiation with respect to y, value of c is 1. Double differentiation with respect to x and y, value of b is 3. What is the value of b square minus 4ac? B square minus 4ac. So 9 square minus 4ac. 9 square minus 4ac. So what is the answer you are getting? 5. So b square minus 4ac, the answer that you are getting is 5, which is greater than 0. What does that mean? Hyperbolic. Right? So it will be hyperbolic. Understandable? So straightforward things, right? Very, very straightforward, very, very simple questions. Simply you need to care about b square minus 4ac. So this is the concept that if you remember it, then you will be able to solve the questions. 3 to 4 questions have been asked on this particular topic. I don't know why it is their favorite topic only. If they want to ask some question on partial differential equation, then there is very high chance that they can ask such kind of questions, that whether the equation would represent elliptical structure or parabolic structure, hyperbolic structure. These kind of questions they can ask. Okay, let's go to this question. So first of all, I don't know what is Laplace equation. No issue. We will study it, but without the knowledge of Laplace equation, you can solve this question. What they are saying, sir, water flow in soil is given by del square h by del x square, del square h by del y square, del square h by del z square equals to 0. Had h, I don't know what is had, but what they are saying that had h does not vary in y and z direction. What does that mean? That means h is not a function of y and z. H is not a function of y and z. What do you understand by this line? Had h does not vary in y and z direction. That means had h is not a function of y and z. That means had h is only the function of x. That means these guys are 0. They are having no meaning. Right? Are you able to understand this point? And in place of partial differentiation, now I can put the real differentiation. Like basically, if I calculate del h by del x here, will that be equals to dh by dx? Absolutely. Why is that so? Because there is no other variable, no? The concept of partial differentiation came into action when we studied the function of multiple variable, but it is a function of single variable. This has become function of a single variable. Function of single variable. So partial differentiation was given just to confuse you. So it is the question of function of single variable. That means what they have given is that d square h by dx square is given as 0. This is what they have given. Right? Boundary conditions are mentioned. Along with that, what they have given, dh by dx equals to -1. What we are supposed to find out? You know that, sir, h will be a function of x only. We are supposed to find out h of x. This is your question. Sir, if d square h by dx square equals to 0, what does that mean? Sir, from here I can conclude that, sir, dh by dx has to be constant. Say yes or no? Why it has to be constant? dh by dx has to be constant. Why is that so? Can you let me know why it is necessary? Because, sir, d by dx of dh by dx is given equals to 0. That means this value has to be constant, no? Differentiation of constant only is 0. So this value has to be constant. So this has to be constant. And the constant is also given, that is equals to -1. So this is already given. So from here, what you can understand? So from here, I can understand that if I simply do one thing, that dh equals to minus dx. So the both sides, if I integrate, what I'm getting, h equals to minus x plus c. So h is coming out to be nothing but minus x plus c. Now initial condition would be given that I can put. What is given? That if you put x equals to 0, then h is 5. If you put x equals to 0, then you are getting h equals to 5. So if I put x equals to 0 here, h equals to 5, I am getting x equals to 0, h equals to 5. That means value of c is coming out to be 5 only. So value of c you are getting is 5. That means what is your h? H is nothing but minus x plus 5. There you go. Very, very straightforward question it was. And all the data and everything was given just to confuse you. We started with this, that, sir, it is not a function of y and z. That means they are needless. They are given 0. That means del square h by del x square is given 0. That means del h by del x has to be constant, which is also given, which is equals to -1. Understandable? Now you integrate. if I wanted to make this question in a bit tougher manner, no, then I would have given this value at a particular value of x at x equals to 2. This I would have mentioned that del h by del x equals to -1 at x equals to 2. Then people would be thinking that, sir, it is given at x equals to 2. That means there will be some catch. It will be always -1 only, no matter whether it is x equals to 2, x equals to 3, x equals to 4. Why is that so? Because this equation is given, no? And this equation is telling that del h by del x has to be constant. So whether it is given x equals to 2, x equals to 5, x equals to 10, x equals to 11, I don't care, right? But they have framed it in a easy manner only. Dh by dx they have given okay, they have given as an initial condition, they have given that at x equals to 0, dh by dx equals to -1. This have been given at x equals to 0. But this will be always true for x belonging to R. For all x belonging to R, right? Why is that so? For all x belonging to R. Why is it? Why it will be always true? Sir, it will be always true because dh by dx has to be constant. From this equation, I am getting to know that dh by dx has to be always constant. It will always be -1. If it will always be -1, that means h has to be minus x plus c. If I put x equals to 0, then I am getting h equals to 5. So this is the function of h I am getting. Okay, what they are asking? If you put the value of x equals to 1.2, what is the value of h? -1.2 plus 5. So value of h you are getting is 3.8. Very straightforward question. There is nothing difficult here. Very straightforward question. So h equals to 3.8 you are getting. That's the answer you have. Okay. Laplace equations are nothing I know. I know that these guys will be 0. Del square h by del x square will be equals to 0. Del h by del x would be equals to constant, which is given equals to -1. I got the value of h. Initial condition I used, value of c I got 5. H equals to -x plus 5. H equals to 3.8 is the answer. Understandable? Let's go to the next concept. So these things will be mentioned in your syllabus: heat equation, wave equation, and Laplace equation. So what all are those heat, wave, and Laplace equation that we will understand? Forget about all these slides. So here, a variable u will be a function of space and time. Will be a function of space and time. Your variable u is a function of space and time. What do you mean by space? Sir, space means x, y, z, or anything. And what is the meaning of time? Time means t. So your u will be a function of x, y, z, and t. What is the meaning of one dimension? What is the meaning of 1D? 1D means that, sir, you are only moving in the direction of x, or only in the direction of y, or only in the direction of z. That means there is only one space coordinate that I am assuming as x, and time coordinate will always be one only. Like you never say no that time in x direction, time in y direction. Time is always same. Whether you move in x direction, or you move in y direction, or you move in z direction, time will always be t only. But space would be x direction, y direction, z direction. It could be different. So if I am saying one dimension, that means you are moving only along x. Right? Now what you will do, if you partially differentiate, now what will happen is that in one dimension u will become a function of x comma t. If you partially differentiate your u with respect to t, and you partially differentiate your u with respect to x 2 times, and you equate them, and here you put some constant alpha, then this is known as heat equation. Partial differentiation of u with respect to t 1 time, partial differentiation of u with respect to space 2 times, some constant alpha would be coming on the right hand side, then this is known as heat equation. Heat equation. Heat equation. Understandable? And in three dimension, what will happen? You will partially differentiate with respect to x, with respect to y, with respect to z 2 times. Then this is known as 3-dimension heat equation. Now what is your wave equation? What is your wave equation? So wave equation is, sir, same kind of thing, just that, sir, I will differentiate u with respect to time 2 times, and sir, u with respect to x as well 2 times, and I will equate them, and some constant I will put here, which is c square. Always the constant will be put towards the x side. Okay, so what I will do, partial differentiation of u 2 times, partial differentiation of u with respect to x as well 2 times, equate them, put the constant towards the x side. This will be your wave equation. So what is your wave equation? This is your wave equation. Partial differentiation of u with respect to t. These lines you ignore, that what it represents and everything. Okay, these are your, this is your core electronics, this is your core mechanical, this is, I don't know what it is. Okay, what about this? This is your core civil engineering or mechanical engineering, I guess, right? So forget about these things, that what it will represent. Just you need to remember, what do you mean by heat equation? Heat equation means, sir, u will be differentiated with respect to time 1 time, and with respect to space 2 times. In heat equation what will happen, sorry, in wave equation what will happen, u will be differentiated with respect to time 2 times, with respect to space 2 times, 2 times here. If I ask you question that for solving a heat equation, how many initial conditions are required? Give me the answer. Sir, for solving the heat equation, I would require 1 initial condition and 2 boundary conditions. Say yes or no. Initial condition means it is related with the time. It is differentiated 1 time. So 1 initial condition. Here it is differentiated 2 times with respect to space. So 2 boundary condition I would require. Here, sir, 2 initial condition you would require and 2 boundary condition you would require. Say yes or no. Right? So what you need to do, you need to remember this thing in your mind. This equation should be there in your mind. This equation should be there in your mind. If you remember the 1-dimensional equation, then surely you will be able to remember 2-dimensional equation as well. Right? Or 3-dimensional equation as well. Now, sir, here parabolic it is written. Parabolic is written. Why is that so? Why your heat equation is parabolic? Sir, heat equation is given as del u by del t minus alpha del square u by del x square equals to 0. This is my equation, right? This I have taken this side. What is the value of a? Sir, value of a is minus alpha. From here, sir, I can see that u is a function of x and t. So what I need to look for? I need to look for partial differentiation of u with respect to x 2 times. Yes, sir, here it is. Value of a is alpha. What is the value of b? 0. Partial differentiation of u with respect to x and t. Can you see that? No, that means here it would have been 0. What is the value of c? Sir, c will be partial differentiation of u with respect to t 2 times. Can you see this term? Del square u by del t square. Can you see this term here? No. That means value of c is also 0. So from here, what is the value of b square minus 4ac? Sir, b square minus 4ac is coming out to be 0 only. B square minus 4ac. Sir, value of b is 0. 4 into a value is minus alpha, c value is also 0. B square minus 4ac is coming out to be 0 only. What does that mean? It is parabolic. So that's why parabolic is written. What will be the nature here? Hyperbolic. Why is that so? See it. You do it on your own. What is the value of a? So value of a is minus c square. If you write down this equation in this way, del square u by del t square minus c square del square u by del x square equals to 0. So what is the value of a? Minus c square. Right? I will write down small c minus small c square. What is the value of c? So value of c is 1. U is a function of x comma t. So partial differentiation of u with respect to x 2 times, that will be del square u by del x square. So value of a is minus c square. Partial differentiation of u with respect to t 2 times, then value of c will be 1. And what will be the value of b? Value of b will be 0, because partial differentiation of u with respect to x and t, that I cannot even see. So what is the value of b square minus 4ac? So sir, value of b is 0 minus 4. What is the value of a? Value of a is minus c square. What is the value of c? That is 1. So what we are getting? 4c square. Sir, c square will be always positive, no? Square of anything will always be positive. So positive multiplied with positive will be always positive. So yes, this will be always positive. So b square minus 4ac is coming out to be greater than 0. And if it is greater than 0, what does that mean? That means it will be hyperbolic. Say yes or no. So equation should be there in your mind. Okay, equation should be there in your mind. If I ask you write down the heat equation, you should be able to write down. Sir, u will be a function of space and time. Del u by del t equals to del square u by del x square. With respect to time, differentiated only once. With respect to space, differentiated twice. If I ask you what is the wave equation, sir, with respect to time it will be differentiated twice. With respect to space it will be differentiated twice. Equate them, multiply with some constant. Then I can ask you the nature, initial condition, anything I can ask you. So what should be there in your mind? This should be there in my mind. After that, everything I can answer. What should be there in your mind? This should be there in my mind. After that, everything I can answer. Is that clear to you? What do you mean by Laplace equation? So do you remember the Laplacian operator? Del square, right? What was the Laplacian operator? So it was del square by del x square, del square by del y square, del square by del z square. So if a field is harmonic, no? If a field is harmonic, then what you used to do? Equals to 0. So if a field is harmonic, then the equation is known as Laplacian equation. That's it. That means here, what you will talk about, you will only say one thing, that, sir, u is like your u might be a function of t, but del u by del t would be equals to 0 here. That means you will only talk about Laplacian of u being 0. That means it is a harmonic vector field. With this we have studied in vector calculus, right? So u is harmonic. So when I talk about Laplacian equation, I only talk about the function of x. I only talk about function of x which will be equal to 0 or x, y, z if I am talking about 3 dimension. So del square u by del x square equals to 0. Del u by del t will be kept as 0. Is that understandable to you? So that means there is no time variation. There is no time variation. Time is fixed. No time variation is there. So del square u by del x square equals to 0. That is your Laplace equation. Or in 3 dimension it would be del square u by del x square, del square u by del y square plus del square u by del z square equals to 0. Why elliptical is written? So look, you cannot understand it by one dimension. In one dimension you will not be able to comment. In one dimension if you comment, no, then you would see that, sir, it is coming out to be parabolic. You have written elliptical here, but this I have written for 2 dimension or more than 2 dimension. Basically this I have written for 2 dimension or 3 dimension Laplace equation, not for 1 dimension Laplace equation. So this has been written for 2 dimension or 3 dimension. So here if you see, u is a function of x comma y comma z. Say yes or no. This we can see, right? But in 3 dimension you don't even know how to find out the nature. So let's go with the 2 dimension only. So if u is a function of x comma y, if u is a function of x comma y, then what will be your Laplace equation? Can you write down 2 dimension Laplace equation? Yes sir, the Laplace equation will come out to be del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square equals to 0. So u is a function of x comma y. That means, sir, what is the value of a here? Sir, value of a is 1. What is the value of c here? Sir, the value of c is 1. What is the value of b here, sir? Partial differentiation of u with respect to x and y, that is not even present. So value of b is 0. What is the value of b square minus 4ac here? Sir, b square minus 4ac is nothing but b square is 0 minus 4 into a into c. What answer you are getting? Sir, minus 4. What does it represent? Elliptical. So a standard 2 dimension Laplace equation is elliptical in nature. So will you be able to remember all kind of equations? If I write down as a summary, will you be able to remember heat equation? First of all, we will write down only 1 dimension we are going to write down. First of all, we are going to write down heat equation. Heat equation. So what is your heat equation? So always remember, sir, my u will be a function of x and t. There you go. So sir, in the heat equation, u will be differentiated with respect to t once, but with respect to space twice. And here it will be multiplied with some constant. This is your heat equation. Next, sir, I need to talk about wave equation. Sir, in wave equation, what will happen? Again, u will be a function of x and t. It will be differentiated with respect to t twice and with respect to space as well twice. Both twice only, and some constant c square will come. Sir, what about Laplace equation? So Laplace equation, sir, u will turn out to be u can be a function of t, but there will be no time variation. So you should say that u is actually not a function of t. U will not be a function of t. U will be only the function of space. U will only the function of space, and double differentiation with respect to space will be equal to 0. That is 1 dimension. And in 3 dimension, if I need to write down, so del square u plus del x square plus del square u plus del y square plus del square u del z square equals to 0 in 3 dimension. If I need to write down this equation in 3 dimension, so sir, time will have only 1 dimension, but the space can have 3 dimension. So del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square plus del square u by del z square. Right? Similarly, sir, here as well, del square u by del t square equals to c square del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square plus del square u by del z square. Okay, so this will be in 3 dimension. 1 dimension, 3 dimension, 1 dimension, 3 dimension. So these equations are not tough to remember. You will be surely able to remember it. What kind of questions could be asked? This kind of question can be asked. So which of the following statement regarding the fundamental nature and classification of the standard partial differential is correct. The one dimension heat equation is parabolic in nature. Absolutely, sir. The one dimension wave equation is hyperbolic in nature. Absolutely, sir. Laplace equation is elliptical in nature. Absolutely, sir. Two dimension Laplace equation is parabolic in nature. No. Have we seen this? Absolutely. Where we have seen this? Here we have seen this. Two dimension Laplace equation was coming out to be elliptical in nature. Wave equation was hyperbolic in nature. Wave equation, one dimension wave equation was hyperbolic in nature. A equals to minus c square, c equals to 1 and b equals to 0. So b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, hyperbolic in nature, and heat equation was parabolic in nature. So you don't need to remember it. You don't need to remember that, sir, heat equation will be parabolic in nature, wave equation will be hyperbolic in nature. No. Simply remember this slide. That's it. Simply remember these equations. You will be able to derive in the examination. Along with that, what you need to remember, b square minus 4ac. B square minus, let's not write down again. B square minus 4ac only you need to remember. Then this question will be solved on your own. Next question about the initial condition and boundary condition. One dimension heat equation will require only one initial condition and two boundary condition. Why is that so? Because, sir, del u by del t equals to alpha del square u by del x square. So what does that mean? That means, sir, two boundary condition and here one initial condition. So yes, this is correct. Next, what about wave equation? One dimension wave equation. So wave equation will say del square u by del t square equals to some constant del square u by del x square. So two boundary conditions are and one initial condition. So two boundary condition and one initial condition. Two dimension Laplace equation, and this option is wrong. Two initial, two boundary, and two dimension Laplace equation. Two dimension Laplace equation. So that would be del square u by del x square plus del square u by del y square equals to 0. So it would require 0 initial condition, yes, and boundary condition specified along four outer boundaries. That means two boundary condition along x, two boundary condition along x direction, two boundary condition in x, and two boundary condition in y. So total four boundary condition would be required. So two dimension Laplace equation required 0 initial condition and boundary condition specified along all four outer boundaries. That means four boundary conditions are required, two in x direction, two in y direction. This is a solution. So these are your specific equation, heat equation, Laplace equation, wave equation, and heat equation. So these equations should be there in your mind. This kind of question can be asked, this kind of question can be asked. You will be able to solve it. In the examination, this question has been asked. It was electrical question. I don't know whether it was electrical or mechanical, but this question has been asked. What is your wave equation? Sir, wave equation, the meaning of wave equation is that, sir, both side it should be differentiated two times. So c is a function of x and t. C is a function of x and t. So what is the meaning of wave equation? Sir, meaning of wave equation is that my variable will be differentiated with respect to time two times and with respect to space as well two times. With respect to space as well two times. And some constant will be used here, which is alpha square. So del square c by del t square, alpha square, here I will put del x square with respect to space as well two times. So this option is wrong. This option could be correct. This option is correct. So p will go to 4. P will go to 4. That's it. P will go to 4. And what about heat equation? So heat equation means with respect to time it will be differentiated only once, and with respect to space it will be differentiated twice, and some constant would come. So q will go to 2. Q will go to 2. Right? With respect to time differentiated once, with respect to space differentiated twice. Alpha. Here also they have used alpha square only. Like it is a constant. No, constant you can use anything, whether it is alpha square or alpha. Let's just say alpha value is 2. So alpha square will be 4. So that will be also a constant only. So here also they have used alpha square. So not a matter of concern. Okay. Constant can be used anything. Like if we see this question here, I can use alpha square as well because that will be a constant only. So c square in place of c square I can use only c. But this is a general way of representing. General way of representing is that in place of writing down c square, you would write, in place of writing down c, you would write down c square. Here you would write down alpha only. This is a general way. Okay. So yeah, this question you will be able to solve. What about this question? What is this equation? This is a wave equation. Right? Partial differential of u with respect to t 2 times. Partial differential of u with respect to space 2 times. Space 2 times. So yes, it is a wave equation. What is your wave equation? Wave equation in 2 dimension. Partial differential of u with respect to time 2 times, then some constant partial differential of u with respect to space, partial differential of u with respect to space. So what kind of equation it is? It is your wave equation. This is my wave equation, right? So it will be wave equation. Understandable? Now we are supposed to solve 3 questions which are pretty good. This question you are supposed to solve, this question you are supposed to solve, and this question you are supposed to solve. 3 questions we need to try. Okay, 3 only are left, right? Yeah. So 3 questions we need to try and you need to solve it. Sir, here this time the answer is numerical, so we cannot go by the options, right? Sir, first of all, which equation it is? Sir, this is my heat equation, but that's not a matter of concern. But who knows, in the examination they can ask which equation it is. Sir, it is your heat equation. A lot of initial conditions are mentioned. Now you know that, sir, u is partially differentiated with respect to t, partially differentiated with respect to x. That means u is a function of x comma t. So that means u will be written as u of x comma t. Sir, what is given? What is given? Sir, given is that u of x comma 0, when I put in place of t, if I put 0, then I am getting sin pi x. Sin pi x. This is what they are saying, right? So now from this information, what you can think? Sir, u of x comma t, if I assume this as sin pi x plus f of t, there will be some function of t as well, no? Plus f of t. So here if I put x comma 0, then what I am getting? Sin pi x plus f of 0, and f of 0 has to be 0. From here what you are getting, that f of 0 has to be 0. This is what I am getting, right? Like basically u is a function of x comma t, that means it will be a function of x, it will be a function of t as well. In place of x you are putting x only, in place of t if you are putting 0, then this is what you are getting. Then here they are saying that in place of x if you put 0, in place of x if you put 0, and then in place of t you put t only. What they are saying is that here in place of x if you put 0, in place of x if you put 0, and in place of t you put t only, then what you will be getting? So here if I put x equals to 0, sin 0 will be 0 only, and in place of t I need to put t only, so I am getting f of t, that is also coming out to be 0. So from here you are getting that f of t is 0, which doesn't seem like a good idea, that f of t is 0. F of t is 0, that doesn't seem like a good idea. That means what will happen is that u will turn out to be a function of x only. If f of t is 0, that means u will turn out to be a function of x only, but it is a function of x and t both, that I know. So addition of f of t is not working. Again, what we are trying to do, we are trying to get this function. This function we are trying to get. We got to know that, sir, u of x comma 0 was given as sin pi x. That means, sir, the function of x that is present, that is sin pi x only. Now I need to find the function of t. So, sir, from here there are two possibilities. I need to find out the function of t. So, sir, from here there are two possibilities. U of x comma t can look something like this, sin pi x plus f of t, or sir, it can look like sin pi x multiply with f of t. Say yes or no? So either the function will be in the addition or it will be in the multiplication. Someone would say, sir, what if it is in the subtraction? So what? It will come out to be negative. So addition, subtraction both are the same thing. Multiplication, someone would say, sir, what if it is in the division? So what? F of t will come out to be some, let's just say 1 by t square. So multiplication and division both are same thing. So basically the bottom line is that, sir, u of x comma t will either look like this or look like this. When I am taking this case plus f of t, then I am getting to know that my f of t is coming out to be 0. That means your u is actually coming out to be a function of x only. It is not a function of t, but that is not possible. U is actually the function of space and time both. That means this condition is eradicated. So your u of x comma t will look somewhat like this. U of x comma t will look somewhat like this. Now here what all the initial condition are given? That, sir, in place of t if you put 0, in place of t if you put 0, then you are getting sin pi x. This is what they have given. Sir, it is coming out to be equals to sin pi x only. So from here what you can conclude that, sir, f of 0 is given as 1. This is the first thing that we can conclude, that f of 0 is given as 1. Next, they have said that, sir, in place of x if you put 0, and in place of t if you put t only. In place of t if you put t only, in place of x if you put 0. So sin pi into 0. What will be sin pi into 0? So that will be sin 0 only. And in place of t if you put t only. So what you are getting? Sin 0 is 0. So 0 into f of t will be equals to 0 only. Yes, we are able to satisfy this. And, sir, in place of x if you put 1, in place of x if you put 1, and in place of t if you put t only, then are you able to satisfy the condition? In place of x I am putting 1, so it will become sin pi only, right? And in place of t I am putting t only, so sin pi is 0. So 0 into f of t is coming out to be 0 only. Yes, I am able to satisfy this condition as well. So all three conditions are satisfied. All three conditions are satisfied. And from here, one more conclusion we have got, that f of 0 is 1. Now what is given? Another thing is given, which is del u by del t, del u by del t equals to 1 by pi square del square u by del x square, del square u by del x square. This is given. So what is your u? Sir, my u is sin pi x plus f of t. Can you calculate what is the value of del u by del t? Partial differentiation of u with respect to t. So this will be treated as constant. Sin pi x will be treated as constant, and differentiation of t. This is the first thing that you can calculate. Then can you calculate del u by del x? Can you calculate del u by del x? Yes sir, I can calculate del u by del x. So del u by del x will come out to be, f of t will be treated as constant. This will become pi cos pi x, f of t will be constant. Then del square u by del x square, again you partially differentiate. So this will become pi square sin pi x, f of t will be treated as constant. Minus sign will also come. Why minus sign will also come? You are f of t. This will be f of t. You are smart enough, no? Why minus sign will come? You just need to differentiate. What is the differentiation of sine cosinusoid? That is minus sinusoid. So minus sign will also come, then pi will also come, so it will become pi square. So you have this value as well, and you have this value as well. That means both of these things you can equate. What they have given is that del u by del t equals to 1 by pi square del square u by del x square. This they have given. Del u by del t equals to 1 by pi square del square u by. So del u by del t is sin pi x dot f dash t. Sin pi x dot f dash t equals to 1 by pi square. Sin pi x dot f dash t equals to 1 by pi square multiply with del square u by del x square, that will be pi square sin pi x f of t. Pi square sin pi x f of t, but with the negative sign, with the negative sign here, with the negative sign here. Now what will happen, sir? Pi square is getting cancelled out, sin pi x is getting cancelled out. What you are getting, sir? F dash t is coming out to be equals to minus f of t. So from here, sir, one more relation we have got, that f dash t is equals to minus f of t. What does that mean? That means, sir, d of ft divided by dt equals to minus f of t. Right? So from here, d of ft divided with ft equals to minus of dt. Both side you integrate. So ln of ft equals to minus of t plus c. So what you are getting? Sir, f of t is coming out to be e to the power minus t dot e to the power c, some constant. This is your some constant that can be treated as k. So some constant that can be treated as k. So this is your ft that you are getting. F of t is k e to the power minus t. Now sir, how do I get the value of k here? What is given in the question? F of 0 is 1. So in place of t, if you put 0, then value of f of t will come out to be 1. So here, in place of t, if I put 0, k e to the power minus 0, then it will come out to be 1. So what does that mean? From here, what I am getting is that k equals to 1. So k equals to 1 I am getting. That means my f of t has come out to be, from here, finally I have got f of t equals to exponential to the power minus t. Look, there is simple mathematics. As of now, it might feel like that, sir, so much of information is given, but you just need to think there. Sir, addition of f of t will not work, so I will go with the multiplication of f of t. Then, sir, whatever that is given, like, will you write down all these steps? No. You will just satisfy the initial condition. Sir, if I put x equals to 0 here, it will be 0 only. If I put x equals to 1, it will be 0 only. So, yes, sir, it is satisfying the initial condition. Along with that, sir, one more information is given, that if I put t equals to 0, then f of 0 will be coming out to be 1. So, this information I will take. Then, sir, I need to satisfy this equation. If I satisfy this equation, partial differentiation of u with respect to t can I do? Yes, sir. Partial differentiation of u with respect to x 2 times can I do? Yes, sir. Both of them if I equate, then I am getting this equation. Can I solve this differential equation? Absolutely, sir. If I solve this differential equation, I am getting f of t equals to e to the power minus t. That's it. Very straightforward, very straightforward process. Okay. So f of t is e to the power minus t. So now what will be your u of x comma t? Sir, my u of x comma t will be, sir, it was sin pi x multiply with f of t. So now, sir, u of x comma t will come out to be sin pi x e to the power minus t. There you go. This is my u of x comma t. Now what I am supposed to find out from here? What I am supposed to find out from here? In place of t you need to put t only. In place of t you need to put 0 here. So what you are supposed to find out? In place of x I will put 0.5. In place of t you will put t only. Then in place of x you will put 0.5. In place of t you will put 0. So what you are getting, sir, 0.5 I am supposed to put, so this will become sin pi by 2 e to the power minus t. Let's do one thing, let's keep it here. Okay, so from here we are putting the value divided with sin pi by 2 e to the power 0 will be 1. Sin pi by 2 e to the power minus 0, that would be 1. So that should be equated to what? That should be equated to 1 by e. 1 by e. So this sin pi by 2 will get cancelled out. This is e to the power 0, that would be 1 only. So from here I can see that, sir, e to the power minus t is coming out to be e to the power minus 1. So from here the value of t is 1. That's it. This is the answer. If you solve by the process, no, then it will be very lengthy, so much of things to be remembered. But this is pure intuition. Pure intuition, no mathematics involved. Like in the JEE examination, how we would have solved this question, that we are doing. No higher mathematics is involved. Higher engineering mathematics we are not studying here. Purely we need to use the intuition. Sir, u will be a function of x comma t. Sir, if I add it, then there is a problem. Then, sir, I will multiply f of t. When I multiply, sir, f of t, I am satisfying all the equations? Absolutely, sir. Then what if we satisfy the heat equation as well? When I am satisfying the heat equation, this is the relation I am getting. From here I got the value of f of t. Put the value, get the answer. Job done. You see this solution in any PYQ book, you will find a very, very irrelevant kind of solution. Like so much of formula they will use and they will say that this is the answer. But this is pure intuition. We are not going to use any formula. We are not going to use any method. Only by using our basic knowledge of integration, differentiation, we have solved the question. Similar thing we are going to do with this question as well. Here as well, they will use some formula. They will say that it is wave equation. So use some formula and get the answer. But here again, we will use our brain only and we will get the correct answer. Okay. What do I know? So u will be a function of x comma t. What is given, sir? Initial condition is given. Initial condition is given. So, sir, here they are not mentioning, no, whether it is the value of t or x. Then you would understand, no, it has to be a value of t only. Because what is the meaning of initial condition? Initial condition means it is related with the time. T equals to 0. This is the meaning of initial condition. So, u of 0 they have given as 3x. So, u can be written as u is a function of x comma t. What is the meaning of u of 0? The meaning of u of 0 is that you keep x as it is, but in place of t you put 0. Then you will get 3 of x. This is what they are saying. Now, what is the meaning of del u by del t? 0 equals to 3. That means they are saying that you partially differentiate your u with respect to t. Once you are done, after that what you do? In place of t you put 0 and keep x as it is. Then you will get answer 3. This is what they are saying. So you let me know what will be your u of x comma t. Sir, one thing I can directly see, sir, it will be 3x for sure, because if I am putting t equals to 0, then 3x is remaining as it is. So it will be 3x. Sir, either it would be plus 3 ft or, sir, it would be multiplied with ft. So here, sir, there are two chances. Either it would be 3x plus ft, 3x plus ft, or, sir, it would be 3x multiplied with ft. Two chances are there. Which of them would be correct, that I don't know. So let's take this case first. What I am doing, let u of x comma t is 3x dot f of t. So with the given condition, what is given? In place of t you put 0. In place of t if you put 0. So from here what you are getting? That should be equals to 3 of x. So from here you are getting that, sir, my f of 0 will be 1. Till this point there is no issue. This is what I am getting. F of 0 would be 1. Next, what they are saying, that you partially differentiate your x comma t with respect to t. You partially differentiate this with t only. You partially differentiate this with t. So what you will be getting, sir, 3x will be treated as constant. Then partial differentiation will be f dash t. Then you put t equals to 0. Then you put, in place of x you put x only, and in place of t you put 0. So in place of x you put x only, in place of t I am putting 0. Then it should come out to be equals to 3. Is it possible? Is it possible? These guys should be equated. Sir, if I equate them, then here I am getting this condition x of f dash 0 should be equals to 1. Is it possible that your function of t has to be a function of x? No. Like from here you are saying that, sir, f dash 0 should be coming out to be 1 by x. So your function of t, when you differentiate, you are differentiating a function of t, then you put t equals to 0, then it should be a function of x. But it should be a function of t only, no? Like let's just say if I am having some function of t that is 3t square plus 2. If I differentiate it, then what I will answer I will get 60. If I put t equals to 0, I'm getting answer to be 0. If I put t equals to 0, then I'm getting the answer to be 0 only. It cannot be a function of x. Are you able to understand this point? Like what I am getting here is that from this condition, what I am getting here that your function of t, f dash t at t equals to 0 should be equals to 1 by x. That means you differentiate your function with respect to t, then you put t equals to 0, then it should come out to be a 1 by x. That means it should be a function of x. Is it possible? No, it is not possible. No. That means this case is not possible. Which case will be accepted? This case will be accepted. This case will be entertained. That means your u of x comma t would be 3x plus f of t. Say yes or no. Did you understand this point? So let's satisfy the initial condition. In place of x, in place of t, you put 0. So 3x plus f of 0 should come out to be equals to 3x only. So from here what you can see that f of 0 is coming out to be 0. This is the first thing. Next, what you need to do, partially differentiate your u, partially differentiate this with respect to t. So when I partially differentiate this with respect to t, what I will be getting? Sir, 3x will be treated as constant. So differentiation of 3x will be 0. Differentiation of ft will be f dash t. Right? And now what I need to do? Next, you need to do is that you partially differentiate with respect to t. In place of x, you put x only, but in place of t, you put 0. In place of t, you put 0. So what you will be getting? In place of t, you put 0, and that should be equated to 3. That should be equated to 3. So f dash 0 is coming out to be 3. These are the two things you have got. That means your f of t at t equals to 0 is coming out to be 0, and f dash t at t equals to 0 is coming out to be 3. These are the two things that you are getting. Now what I will do? I will satisfy the equation. Del square u by del x square equals to 25 del square u by del t square. So partial differentiation of u with respect to x 2 times. So with respect to x, first you are differentiating, you will get partial differentiation of u. What is my u? That is 3x plus f of t. First time when I differentiate with respect to x, what answer I will be getting? So this will be treated as constant, so this will be 0, this will be 3. And now again if I differentiate with respect to x, what answer I will be getting? So that will be 0. So del square u by del x square is coming out to be 0 equals to 25. Now you partially differentiate your u with respect to t. What answer you will be getting? So this will be gone. I will be getting f dash t. Then again you partially differentiate your u with respect to t. What answer you are getting? F double dash t. Right? So this will come out to be f double dash t. So from here you are getting that f double dash t is coming out to be 0. So these many information, 3 information you are having, that's f of t at t equals to 0 is 0, f dash t at t equals to 0 is 3, and f double dash t is coming out to be 0. What does that mean? Can you find out f of t now? What all information we are having? The sir, f of t at t equals to 0 is 0. Then sir, f dash t at t equals to 0 is 3. And then sir, f double dash t is always 0. So if f double dash t is always 0, so from here what you can conclude? That means sir, f dash t has to be constant. And you know the value of f dash t at t equals to 0. That means sir, always f dash t is nothing but 3 only. So always your f dash t is nothing but 3 only. So what will be the value of f of t? Sir, what is the meaning of f dash t? Sir, meaning of f dash t is dft by dt. That is equals to 3. So from here sir, ft value is nothing out to be 3t plus c. So this is my ft value. Ft value is coming out to be 3t plus c. Now initial condition if I use at t equals to 0, the value of f of t is also 0. At t equals to 0, the value of f of t is also 0. So if I put t equals to 0 here, what I will be getting? 0 equals to 3 into 0 plus c. So value of c is also coming out to be 0 only. So from here, what is the value of f of t? F of t is coming out to be 3t. This is the answer that we are getting. So from here, f of t is coming out to be 3t. So what will be your u of x comma t? Sorry, u of x comma t is coming out to be 3x plus 3t. What we are supposed to find out? We are supposed to find out at x equals to 1 and t equals to 1. So at x equals to 1 and t equals to 1, what answer you are getting? 3 plus 3, that will be 6. There you go. This is the answer. Without using any lengthy formula, nothing like that. You see the solution everywhere. You put it in Gemini or Claude or ChatGPT, wherever you want to put, you will not see this solution anywhere. Okay, they will use some formula and they will get the answer. Can you remember that formula in the examination hall? Absolutely not. You cannot remember the formula, you cannot remember the process. Only your intuition might be working in the examination hall, and this is how you are supposed to solve. It might feel lengthy when I am explaining, but actually it will not be that lengthy. You just need to think of two functions plus ft dot f of t. To be very honest, if you can remember in wave function, no, what is this equation? This is wave equation. In wave equation, always there will be addition. And what is this? This is your heat equation. In heat equation, always there will be multiplication. Always there will be multiplication. In heat equation, there will be always multiplication. So if you can remember it, then you can remember it. Otherwise, you need to think in the examination. If the question is coming, no, then either it will come on heat equation or it will come on wave equation. This is your wave equation. Till this date in the examination, only two questions have come. And these are the two questions that we have studied. So either it will be on wave equation or it will be on heat equation. So in the wave equation, it will be always in the addition. In heat equation, it will be in the multiplication. Heat equation H&M. There is a brand, no? There is a brand of clothes, H&M. So you can remember in this way. Heat equation, that means multiplication. So f of t will be in multiplication. And then for wave equation, it will be in the addition. WA, WhatsApp, WA, WhatsApp. So in wave equation, it will be in the addition. Although if you want to remember it, then you can remember. So this was the a bit time taking process. That's why if I assume in multiplication, then I will get to know that it will be actually in the addition. Then you just need to satisfy the initial conditions. Whatever the conditions are given, no, that you need to satisfy. If you are able to satisfy the initial condition, job done. After that, you can find out f of t, then you can solve the question. That's it. Similarly here as well. You just need to satisfy the initial conditions. If you are able to satisfy the initial condition, job done. Okay. So no lengthy process, no needless formula, just your pure intuitions, and you will be able to solve this kind of questions. Okay. Now last question. Try doing it on your own. This is basic calculus again. No differential equation, nothing. Basic calculus again. What you need to do? You need to equate two equations. Equate two equations. That means kx del square h by del x square plus kz del square h by del z square equals to 0 is given. That is equated to del square h by del x1 square plus del square h by del z square equals to 0. That means, sir, with this term there is nothing happening. This as it is. But sir, here multiply with kz. Sir, here multiply with 1. So what I will do is that I will throw this kz here. That means I will divide the whole equation by kz. If I divide the whole equation by kz, what I am getting? Kx by kz del square h by del x square plus del square h by del z square equals to 0 equals to 0. And sir, they are equated del square h by del x1 square plus del square h by del z square equals to 0. So if you equate them, you can see that sir, this and this is same. That means this and this has to be same. From here what you are getting is that, sir, kx divided with kz, kx divided with kz, del square h by del x square should be equated to del square h by del x1 square, del square h by del x1 square. So this guy is also same. Where is the issue? If you just take it downward, if you just take this one downward, so can you write down 1 upon kz by kx? So can you compare both of them? So from here, what is the value of x1 you will be getting? So from here, if I compare, the value of x1 I am getting is x under root kz by kx. Say yes or no? They are in square, no? But here, so if I just compare, I am getting x under root kz by kx. So what answer? X1 is x under root kz by kx. This is the correct answer. Simply the comparison, both you equate. Simply by the comparison, you are getting the correct answer. Or there could be the other way that sir, I need to find out the relation between del x and del x1. My target is that I find out the relation between del x and del x1. So if I write down del h by del x, what it would be? So del h by del x could be written as del h by del x1, because I need to convert it into del x. I need to convert del x into del x1. So del h by del x1 multiply with del x1 by del x. Now I know the answer. This is the answer, right? So x1 is given as, let's just say, alpha into x. X1 is given as alpha into x. This I am assuming, because you can see the option, no? What is x1? X1 is alpha into x. X1 is alpha into x. So if your x1 is alpha into x, then what will be your del x1 by del x? So that would be alpha only. That will be alpha only. So del h by del x I am getting as alpha into del h by del x1. Right? Now what I need to calculate? Del square h by del x square. That means I again need to differentiate it with respect to x. That means alpha is a constant value that can come outside. Again you need to differentiate it with respect to x. This is what they are saying. So can I write down this particular thing as alpha into, in place of del x I am putting del x1. In place of del x I am putting del x1. So del h by del x1. So if you have put del x1 here, that means you need to multiply with del x1 here. And previously here there was del x. So here there would be del x. Are you able to understand this point? Del x1 and del x1 is getting cancelled out. This del x comes here. Is that clear or not? So sir, this side is becoming, what this side is becoming? So this side is nothing but del square h by del x square. And what this side is becoming? What is the value of this? Del x1 by del x. The value of this is, let's keep this aside. Let's keep this much aside. So what is the value of this? So the value of del x1 by del x is alpha only. So alpha into alpha, it will become alpha square. So from here if we equate, then what we are getting? Del square h by del x square would come out to be, this is your alpha, this is your alpha. So it will become alpha square, and it will become del h square by del x1 square. And what they are equal to actually? They are equal to, from this equation, from equation 1. So what I am writing down? From equation 1. From equation 1. If I compare, this was actually method 2. So from equation 1, if I compare, del h square by del x square equals to kz by kx del square h by del x1 square. So if I compare, then alpha square is coming out to be kz by kx, and from here the value of alpha is coming out to be under root kz by kx. There you go. These questions are actually very typical. If you see the solutions, no, in PYQ book or in any other lecture as well, either they will not even deal these questions. If they deal them, no, then they will just write down some formulas and all. This is the method, then you solve them. The whole lecture we have understood without learning a single formula, with pure intuitions. Yes, we have learned some formula like that wave equation, heat equation, that you need to remember only. There is no other shortcut. But for solving the differential equation, we are not learning any formula. Nothing is there. Directly we are solving the question. What is the value of alpha you are getting? The value of alpha we are getting is under root kz by kx. That means what is x1? X1 is simply coming out to be under root kz by kx into x. There you go. Same answer we are getting. This is the answer that we have. So without any formula, nothing, no concept of partial differential equation, pure understanding. That sir, first I got to know that they are equal, they are same. So this I have equated. From here only, if someone can think, then he can think that sir, x1 is coming out to be under root kz by kx equals to x. Here only it is done. If someone wants to go with the option, sir, option is saying that x1 would be equals to x into some alpha. We need to find out the value of this alpha. So x into some alpha you will find out. Then sir, del h by del x I need to replace. So can I do del h by del x1 into del x1 by del x? It will come out to be alpha. So sir, here I am getting the value of alpha. Then sir, if I do the partial differentiation, then what I will be getting, this condition I will be getting. Now I need to remove this guy. So I will replace del x1 here, but multiply with del x1 by del x. So this value will be getting, del x1 by del x will be alpha. So alpha square root it will become. And if you compare both of them, so alpha will be under root kz by kx. Job done. Here your syllabus for GATE engineering mathematics is completed. Syllabus completed. Okay. Syllabus completed. Understandable. Now there are two topics are there which are there in the syllabus of mechanical, civil, and instrumentation, and it might be there in other branches as well. So topics are Fourier series and Laplace transform, and other one is numerical method. These topics are there. Okay, very small topic, very simple as well, very small topic as well. You will never find difficulty in these topics, but this is not there for EC electrical. I know majority of the crowd here is EC electrical and CSE as well. So CSE guys have already left. They left with the probability only. After probability and random variable, they left because there was no complex integral, there was no vector calculus, nothing was there. So now with me, there are EC guys, electrical guys, there are CSE, there are civil guys, mechanical guys are there, and chemical guys would be there, production engineering guy would be there. So now EC electrical guys will leave. Your syllabus is completed. Okay, EC electrical guys, your syllabus is completed. Okay, for mechanical and civil, for chemical as well, I guess there is these two topics: Fourier series, Laplace transform, and numerical method. These two topics we need to see, but we will see it a bit later on. As of now, I need to take control systems, okay, which is the subject of electrical core and EC core. Okay, so for EC and electrical, I need to take control systems. So I need to teach control systems now. So we will surely see Fourier series, Laplace transform, numerical method in this playlist only, but later on. As of now, this is roughly around I guess 170 hours of content, 170 to 172 hours of content, I guess. So you cover this much of content, and then we will see Fourier series, Laplace transform, numerical method. They are very straightforward, very simple as well. Surely we will see it, but later on, a bit later on. Okay. For EC electrical, it is completed. If you are someone from civil mechanical, then already you have done the 97% of the syllabus. Only 3% is left. 97% is already done. So that 3% we will see a bit later on. Okay, and they are not interrelated. Like numerical method is interrelated with Fourier series, Laplace transform, or it is interrelated with anything else. No, they are not interrelated. Understandable? So they are discrete topic only, and you will be able to understand them. So yes, syllabus is completed. You guys write down your reviews that how did you find out this lecture series. Okay then, yeah. So what I'm expecting the reviews from your side. Reviews. Write down the course review. It was a long journey. There would be a lot of people would have started right from 0 till this point. If you have covered, you write down your reviews in the comment section. Okay. So these reviews I will be expecting from your side. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much. I will.